What's up, everybody? My name is Corey Chambers. I'm a local real estate agent here in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex with Compass, and me and my team, we help people from all over the country and all over the world relocate to the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. And we also help people who currently live out here be able to sell their homes and buy their new properties in their dream communities. We love doing it, and we're excited to help everybody out. So if you guys have any questions or you like community tour videos, make sure to go ahead and subscribe. But in this video in particular, we have 4 brand new communities that are just getting started in 2021. We got a bonus community that was, it's a little bit older in some sections, but they're opening up 2 new phases. And it is one of the most exciting, unique communities that I've come across in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. Jumping right into it, community number 1 is in Princeton, Texas. Now, Princeton isn't really known for having a bunch of master plan communities. There's none that really jump to the forefront of my mind, unlike if you're talking about Melissa or McKinney, Frisco, even up in Anna, there's a bunch of master plan communities. But White Wing Trails is about to change that. It is going to be a giant master plan community with quite a few different builders. You got D.R. Horton, Pulte, Beazer, New Synergy, and Green Brick. And prices are extremely family affordable, which is what you expect in Princeton. Going from $250,000 up to around $400,000 is what states at the website. Now, as this video is being recorded, there's only about a dozen homes that are currently in the works. It is that new of a community. The model homes are still being constructed, so we are going to be doing a community tour of this new subdivision, but it's going to have to wait probably around 6 months or so in order for there to be enough camera footage and things to actually be able to show you. So keep an eye out for that one late half of 2021. Location-wise, we're 10 minutes away from downtown McKinney here. Right easy access off of Highway 380. Very convenient to US 75 and pretty convenient to San Rayburn to Hawaii as well, right off of 121. You're looking about 45 minutes to an hour away from downtown Dallas. Now, I mentioned that this is a master plan community. Along with master plan communities comes different amenity centers as well. So this particular community of White Wing Trails, it's going to have a beach entry, access pool, it's to have a splash pad, bocce ball court, basketball court, various other sports courts, a bunch of hiking and biking trails, and a future on-site elementary school. Now, with there only being about a dozen homes that's just starting to be constructed, that elementary school, I'm going to wager to bet that it's going to be a little ways off. However, it is slated to come, and that's kind of a nice thing to have. Also, when you get jumping right into some of these new subdivisions, if you're planning on being here for a long time, that's where you really can make a lot of equity in your homes. Now, for the second community, I mentioned White Wing Trails is about 10 minutes away from downtown McKinney. This community is less than a mile away from the square. You can walk there in about 15-20 minutes. It's called Vintage Place by Grand Homes. It's going to be a smaller, tight-knit community. There's not a lot of amenities that are going to be there. However, the location is ideal if you like spending time in the square. If you haven't been to the downtown McKinney Square, you're not familiar with it, it's an absolutely incredible place. My wife and I love going out there. We go out there all the time for date nights and just to walk and spend time with the kids out in that area. I've actually got a video coming with what it's like out there and explaining the square in more detail that's going to be released here in the next couple of days. So we'll go ahead and tag that once that video is released in the description down below. So check that out if you haven't seen downtown McKinney. This community as well has not yet started under construction. There's a VIP list, an interest list that's being formed up. The floor plans have not yet been released, but they have released pricing. Pricing is going to be from the 550s up to the 850s. I wouldn't be surprised if some of these homes out here are topping around $900,000. But Grand Homes, they tend to build a much larger footprint of a home, and they do a little bit of a different style of construction as well. Definitely something to check out if you have that budget. You want to be right in the center of everything going on in downtown McKinney. Number 3. Now, downtown McKinney does have a lot of conveniences, and if you live up in McKinney and you live up the far north suburbs, that really is where you want to go. But there's another community that's coming up here in Carrollton. Now, this is a townhome community. but it is right in the heart of everything, and it is just being constructed as we speak. It's called Prestonwood Manor out in Carrollton, being built by Impression Homes. Now, most all the townhomes in that Carrollton area, right off of Park and Marsh and Midway, all the master bedrooms are upstairs. The unique thing about this particular community is the master bedrooms are all downstairs in this, which is one of the preferred things living in Texas, to have a master bedroom that's downstairs. Just kind of a point of reference for everybody who's relocating out here. Other parts of the state or other parts of the country, people like to see the master bedrooms upstairs. That's not the case out here in Texas. So pricing at Prestonwood Manor starts around the 300,000 mark, and it's going to go up to around 400, maybe 4.25, depending on what you outfit your townhome with. So location on this one, like I mentioned, you can't beat the location. We're about 2 miles away from Willow Bend Mall, right off of Park Road, and right next to Dallas North Tollway and George Bush. Also very close to 75, or very close to 121. You're about 10 minutes away from 121 to get up to Frisco, and real close to downtown Dallas. You're about 15, 20 minutes. Well, you're about 20, 25 minutes away from downtown Dallas. So Carrollton, I've had quite a few friends that live out there, and my office is actually based right around that area, and it's 20 minutes from just about everything, which is, you can't beat that in terms of location. Not a lot more has been announced with this particular community, other than the fact that all the master bedrooms are going to be downstairs, and its location and pricing. So definitely another one to keep your eye on if you're looking for townhome, or you're looking for something that's more of a starter home and you want to be right near everything that's going on in Dallas. Now, number 4 is a little bit more remote, but you still have pretty easy access to Denton and Grapevine. And it's called Harvest by Hillstone. Now, this community is a little bit of an older community for their original section, as it was built in 2014, but they just released a couple new phases, and the community is going to continue to be expansive and continue to grow. We're going to be coming out there to do a video in the next couple weeks, so make sure to keep an eye on that one if you like the sound of it. This community really, really intrigues me though. Prices go from the low 300s up to $550, and it was actually voted the Community of the Year back in 2019. The builders include Highland, D.R. Horton, David Weekley, M.I. Homes, C.B. Jenny, and Coventry Homes. So you have everything from starter homes and townhomes all the way up to some larger 3,000-4,000 square foot homes. Big mix of everything for everybody. What really sets this community apart is the fact that it's focused on bringing the community as a small town feel and tying it back into nature. So there's this thing called Harvest Farms out there, to where they hire a local farmer to go ahead and oversee the entire thing, and they help teach your kids how to plant, or to help teach you how to plant and how to grow things and turn a brown or a black thumb into a green thumb, which is really kind of cool. The other thing that's really nice about it too is all the produce that they grow that's excess, they're donating to North Texas Food Bank. There's some other really cool amenities out there, such as a on-site coffee house that turns into a pizza shop at night. You have a giant fitness center. You got a couple resort-style pools, outdoor kitchens, parks, event centers. I believe they have some concerts out there, or they did have concerts out there, and are going to continue that once we're out of this COVID season. Event lawns, pavilions, just a ton of different activities going on out there. Like I said, we're going to be going in and we're going to be recording a community tour video of that in the next couple of weeks, so make sure to stay tuned for that. If you like the style, the community tour videos, also just a quick reminder, go ahead and click the subscribe button, and then you'll be notified when we go in and do those. We release videos at least twice a week about what it's like to live, work, and play out here in the North Texas area. And a lot of these videos, we're going in and physically showing you around and giving you an idea about what the area is like from the comfort of your own home. Now, Harvest also has 2 different elementary schools. It's a little bit different how it's set up, because this community's been going on since 2014. So one of the elementary schools is Denton ISD, and the other one is Argyle ISD. Depending on what school district you want your kids to be in, that's going to really depend on where your where your builder is and what part of the community you're going to be in. But it's a very large community, so you kind of have a good pick between the two of them. There's going to be an on-site elementary school, and there's also some private school options out there as well. Now, number 5 is another unique community that's been rumored for the last 2 years that I've been hearing a lot of things about. It's called Mantua, and it is a new development by Riesland Homes, and it's split between 2 different cities and actually 2 different counties. It's up in the Anna and Van Alstyne area. The model homes are starting off, I believe, in Anna, and there's going to be a future on-site elementary school that's zoned Van Alstyne ISD. Now, I really like the fact that it's zoned Van Alstyne ISD rather than Anna ISD because Van Alstyne is a much higher rated school district. I'm curious to see how the tax rates are going to work out with that because the 2 different tax rates between Grayson County and Collin County are different brackets. So that's going to be interesting. They haven't announced how that's going to happen yet. But back into the community, kind of rewinding that just a little bit. Prices are supposed to start anywhere from $280,000 going up to $450,000, likely around $500,000 once you fully outfit the house. You got some great builders in there though as well. You have David Weekley, Highland, Perry, and Riesland Homes. Now Riesland is a newer builder and they took over Prosper Lakes, and I checked out their floor plans. The floor plans look really cool. This community just in general looks like something that a lot of people are going to be really interested in. It's going to be a good mashup between Trinity Falls and Shops of Legacy. Now, if you haven't heard of Trinity Falls, go ahead and click the link down below in the description. We just did a video out there a couple weeks back about that whole community. It's very nature focused. And this community in Mantua is also going to be very nature focused with several hundred acres of different walking trails and parks and bike trails. But it's also going to have a little bit of more modern conveniences and upscale shopping built into it as well eventually, which is where the Shops of Legacy comes into. Overall, it's going to be a really interesting mashup hybrid between the 2 communities and between the 2 cities and 2 counties. I'm really excited to see how that one really shakes out. And personally, my family is really kind of curious and we might end up moving out there at some point as well. Other amenities include resort-style pools with splash pads. You got the parks, hike and bike trails. There's a tree farm that's going to be coming in there, which also kind of throws homage back to the Trinity Falls connection with nature, and a full-on amenity center. Now, the amenity center, I wouldn't be surprised if there's going to be a full gym in there, community parks, amphitheaters, just a lot of things that have not yet been released on that. They actually just released the builders. I'm recording this the first week of February. They just released the builders and updated the website less than 2 weeks ago. So all this is just now coming out. Model homes are going to be on the ground and available for touring in Q3. And overall, this project's going to be probably being built out for the next, I would say, 2 to 3 years. So there you have it, guys. These are the top 5 communities that me and my team have found. They're coming up in 2021. 4 brand new ones and 1 that's releasing a couple new phases. If you find any of these communities interesting, you want to know more about any of them, feel free to reach out to me however is comfortable for you. Whether in the comments down below, you can give me a call, text, email me, look me up on social. I'm here for you guys however you want to reach out. If you're curious about any other communities, also let me know. I'll be happy to go ahead and get out there. We do boots on the ground, community tours, so you can check everything out from the comfort of your home. And again, we specialize in helping people move and relocate from all over the country and all over the world here to Dallas, and also help people who already live here find their dream home. We make this process really simple for you and make sure that you and your family have the best home for you, best home in the best possible environment for you guys moving forward. Until the next video, guys, I'll see you later.